And we thought we were going to Pico and make Vermonter Day, but we just got.
That's a drive.
Senate will please come to order. Today's devotional exercises will be conducted by Reverend Tom Hardy of the United Congregational Church of Bethel. Welcome, Tom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Boy, it's nice to see so many old faces and new faces. My first time here this year. So there's probably only one person in here, and that would be Senator McCormick, that knows an old Vermont song by a gentleman named Harry Bosworth. And Harry Bosworth wrote this song back in the mid part of the last century when the world was going through a lot of stuff. And his opening line talked about all the toil and strife there was in the world today. And he was fishing, and he said he felt very close to the source of his being while he was fishing in old Vermont. And he asked a prayer. He said, if I could have one wish, I'd wish the Lord would make the world exactly like Vermont. And that becomes the chorus of this song. And all throughout the song, there's a lot of tension about the old Vermont and the new Vermont. You know, condos were going up, highways were going in, and there was a lot of change. And here we are again at this inflection point in Vermont history when we have to learn all kinds of new terms and get them into our heads and understand what climate justice and economic justice and housing justice are all about. And we get so pressured and wound up, and you guys have such a lot of work, guys and gals, have such a lot of work to do that it often becomes difficult to sort out what's what. We're busy, meeting here, meeting there, rushing the car, go to this. So I thought I'd take a minute today to share a poem with you from one of my favorite Irish poets. His name is John O'Donohue. And you know, a lot of us that are involved in theology get all wrapped up on these little minuscule things, but the bottom line is if we can just be present in what we do, we find that it works a lot better. So this is from John O'Donohue. He says, awaken to the mystery of being here and enter the immensity of your own presence. Have joy and peace in the temple of your senses. Receive encouragement when new frontiers beckon and respond to the call of your gift and the courage to follow its path. So let the flame of anger fire you of all falsity. May warmth of heart keep your presence aflame. May anxiety never linger about you. And may your outer dignity mirror the inner dignity of your soul. Take time to celebrate the quiet miracles that seek no attention. Be consoled in the secret symmetry of your soul. And may you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around the heart of wonder. As you ponder and debate the great things that need to be done, be assured that if you trust in your heart, if you trust in that still small voice, then your discernment will be complete and will be correct. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any announcements? Seeing none, we have a joint Senate resolution to be read and adopted. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 9, Joint Resolution Relating to Weekend Adjournment. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that when the two houses adjourn on Friday, January 27, 2023, they be to meet again no later than Tuesday, January 31, 2023.
I've heard the reading of the resolution. The question is, shall the Senate adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it. You have adopted JRS 9. We have a short handful of bills for introduction today. Please listen to the first reading of S27, introduced by Senator Rahm Hinsdale and others.
S27, an act relating to reducing the imposition of cash bail.
You've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. We have S28 introduced by Senator White and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S28, an act relating to abusive litigation filed against survivors of domestic abuse, stalking, or sexual assault.
You've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. We have S29 introduced by Senator Ram Hinsdale and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S29, an act relating to recognition and enforcement of a military protection order.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. We have up for introduction S30 introduced by Senator Hardy and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S30, an act relating to creating a sister state program.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to the Committee on Economic Development, Housing, and General Affairs. We have S31 introduced by Senator Ram Hinsdale and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S31, an act relating to the open carry of loaded firearms in public places and the use of force in defense of self and others.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. There being no orders of the day, I'd like to recognize the senator from Chittenden Central.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pending announcements, I would move that we adjourn until Wednesday, January 25th at 1 p.m.
Senators move pending announcements that the Senate stand adjourned until Wednesday, January 25th at 1 p.m. Are there any announcements? Senator from Bennington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Education will meet at 1:30 today.
Senator from Orleans.
Yes, Senate Ag will meet in 15 minutes after adjournment.
Senator from Chittenden Southeast.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Health and Welfare will meet at 10 o'clock as on the schedule.
Senator from Chittenden Southeast.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Economic Development will meet at 10 a.m.
Senator from Addison.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate GovOps will meet at 1 o'clock.
Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Essex.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Institutions will meet at 1:15.
Senator from Windsor.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Democratic Caucus will meet in the lounge at 12:15, and I encourage you to be prompt. We'll start right away. Bring your lunch. Look forward to seeing you. If you want for those listening, if you want the YouTube link, it is on the legislative webpage. Thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, the senator from Chittenden Central has moved that the Senate now stand adjournment until 1 p.m. Wednesday, January 25th. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and the Senate will stand adjournment until Wednesday, January 25th at 1 p.m.